I'd wrote some songs, and I played one really big show with Frankie Ballard. I opened for him in Lexington, Kentucky. It was my first big show, and they had all the recording of it on video, and I did a original song, and my professor got a hold of it. I guess somebody had sent it to him, a classmate or somebody, and he was like, I need to send this around to some people. He's like, do you care if I send it to a producer in Nashville, a songwriter I know? I was like, I don't care at all. I was like, and he knew I was flunking out at that point too. Like my grades were not good, and I didn't know what I was going to do after I, dropped out of college. So I was like, yeah, why not? It's not going to hurt nothing. And I ended up getting a call a week later, and it's Phil O'Donnell. And if y'all don't know Phil, he's a blessing of a guy, and monster guitar player, monster singer, monster songwriter, just incredible. And but I got with him, and I wrote some really good songs with him and Shane Miner and Jim Moose Brown. Those guys are awesome. And I wrote my first EP, and we put it out and decided we wanted to make an EP. And I made those 5 songs, I think, and Hank Crankin' People was on there. And that's the one that really I felt like was the catalyst, because we made the whole music video for it, and everybody around home loved it, and I think that's really what got my foot in the door, and that's got the label to look at me, and I still don't know how I got on the Brooks and Dunn project. That was crazy. Like, I love Brooks and Dunn. I'm guessing they probably heard that song or one of the songs that was off that EP.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really what got it all started for me.
How did that conversation go, first when you first hear from Phil, and then like what's going through your head, and then you're going to go home and you're going to say, Mom and Dad, I'm actually going to move to Nashville now?
Yeah. Well, I probably made 4 or 5 trips down, and it's only 4 hours away. I made that trip today. I love it. It's a pretty drive. But I made that trip probably 5 or 6 times, and I got to know the guys at Warner Chapel, and they've been really good to me. So I got a little pub deal over there, been writing and getting songs cut here and there, so that's been good. Mailbox money, that's what they call it. So that's good. But yeah, and ever since then, I've just tried to keep my head down.
What did your dad say when you said to him, okay, I'm going to Nashville, like this is what's up?
He was very supportive.
Yeah.
At first he wasn't, and I think it was because he managed that rock band, and they, y'all have seen the Dirt, Motley Crue, like it was that, like they were a wild bunch, and but I think he kind of tried to steer me away from it there for a minute, but I think he realized I had some kind of a talent or a knack for it. And, soon after that, he really got behind it, and he's been very supportive. He's awesome.
Do you have any like strong belief systems?
Ooh, yeah.
Because I always think, you can kind of tell when people are guided or walking blind, and you seem to have a pretty good head on your shoulders. You seem to be pretty level-headed.
I feel like I'm right in the middle. I feel blind most of the time, but I do. It's like I kind of stumble through stuff, and every now and then I'll accidentally like come up on something really cool. But I do feel like I don't know. Like I think recently my faith's gotten really, really good, and I feel like the more stuff you have to go through, it kind of refines it. And I heard somebody tell me one time, it's almost like if you go to put a sword in a forge and you're banging the crap out of it and it's hot and you're just beating the brakes off of it, like just imagine being that sword and it's painful, you getting smashed and you getting scorched, but once you get out of the flame or whatever, and once you've been whatever you call it, blacksmith or whatever, you come out sharper and you come out stronger. And I think where I'm at right now in my career, it's like, could I be doing worse? Yeah, I could be doing a lot worse. Could I be doing better? Yeah, I could be on radio right now. But I think where I'm at is exactly where I'm supposed to be. I really believe that. Yeah.
And there's always a season for everything, and God needs us to go through certain seasons in order for us to get to the next and appreciate it. And I was talking to somebody about this today, but there was so many things that I wanted to happen for myself career-wise when I first moved to Nashville 10 years ago. And I was like, why is it not happening? Because before I moved here, I had 10 years of entertainment experience in Australia. And so I was like, why is it not happening now? And it's starting to happen now. It took 10 years. It's starting to happen now. But now I reflect and I'm like, that girl wasn't ready. That girl, like, she might have thought she had the tools, but she didn't have the wisdom.
Yeah.
She didn't have the ability to listen. She didn't have grit. And I think God really like works on us in
I agree.
interesting ways.
Yeah. I believe Jesus Christ was God in the flesh, and I try to talk to him every day. Sometimes I forget, and sometimes I don't know. I try to stay on a good path. It's funny too. Like when I start thinking that way. Like, oh, I should be doing better, or this should be happening, or whatever. And it's like, first I start feeling selfish. I'm like, am I really that self-centered to think I just, deserve more than somebody else? And then I think, I got friends that are extremely successful and crazy famous and had, platinums and platinum records and all of, and they feel the same way I do whenever I feel that way, because they're like, well, I've had, 15 number ones, but I ain't had one in a year, so now I'm, woe me, but I think everybody goes through that, and I'm so guilty of it. I go through it
Sure.
all the time.
I think we always have to remember, when you're having a bad day, remember that your bad day is somebody else's dream day. And that's something really good to remember. But there's so many people. Think about all the artists that have in town or have been in town as long as you, and it still hasn't popped off. Do you know what I mean? And that's a lot of people. There's luck, but then it's relationships, and it's all these things. Now we got social media, but that comparison thing is like, it's a real thing. And I think I don't know how people get through life, let alone working in entertainment, without having a relationship with Jesus, because you're just guided by ego. And if you're just guided by ego, there's nothing truly fulfilling in it. And when you feel that, like, maybe for you it's writing a song and you're like, I know that that's pleasing to Jesus. I know that's pleasing to people listening to it. That is just the best thing in the world.
It is. It's crazy. It's wild to think about it, like putting a wide lens on it and looking around. It's crazy.